on Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s number 88 up at the top of the screen, just in front of Jeff Gordon. Is he getting up into the wall here?
Boy, that car sure is bouncing a lot.
Oh, man.
No, I'd say he was safe.
No runs, no drips, no errors right there. Now, I don't think he got anything there because there was
spots. Elliott Sadler's got 9, and Larry, I got to tell you, Jeff Gordon's grabbing a handful. Oh, we got some trouble down the backstretch. 2 cars, including Mark Martin, sliding through.
Spun us down the back.
The inside of the track in our first caution of the night now.
You all right, Mark? Got a lot of got a lot of front.
Are up there, and I think Mark was just trying to slide up there in front of Matt, and that was just a close call, and an inch would have done it.
Yeah, and you
Montoya.
Whoa!
Almost made it.
But you look at Matt, there's 2 cars coming from 2 different angles to the same spot on the racetrack. And, you know, it's one of those deals that's give and take. And I don't think Matt thought that he was going to come up that quick either. I hate that for Mark, man.
Yeah, he was running 6th and 9th in the points coming into tonight.
See Matt up on the high side, and he's got a pretty good run there. I think Mark just closed up on him a little bit quicker than he realized. I tell you, Montoya did a really nice job there. That could have been big.
Yeah. And you know, he got down through the grass, and we'll have to see what it did to a splitter.
This is going to give you a really good idea of what it really looked like. You're running up high, all of a sudden you've got a pretty good run, and you've got a lot of room in between Mark and the wall, and it just closes up. And you hear Matt got out of the throttle.
He did.
So he did try to cut Mark some slack, but it just wasn't enough.
And one thing that
I'm talking about people's lips not moving. Tony Stewart's lips are not moving. You can see how well that car is handling. The first run, a little too tight spin on the track, Ralph.
Yeah, we do. It's Casey Mears, the same spot actually where we saw Mark Martin.
Caution's out, Todd. We spun off at 2.
Whoa.
Oh,
wow. Man, he had it saved. He had it saved.
I can't believe he jumped off the brake. And let that thing roll.
Yeah, man, that's where you jump on the throttle.
Yeah,
at least.
And look, it's easy to sit up here and criticize, so let me say that. I apologize. But I really thought that when he was on the brake that the thing was going to stop, and then it just rolled off.
All right, I'm going to try to circle him. No, that's easy. I have to circle him. There he is. You do the next one, Kyle. Ooh. And you know what? That was one of those deals where we were talking about earlier. I think getting off of turn 2, the thing just getting away from you. Watch, he's down on the bottom. No, actually the 12, but he's still, the 07 was going up, the 12 was coming down.
And I'm going to say something. He has it saved here. I think he's got a flat right front tire. But he let off right there. Yeah. He just rolled it back. He does have a flat right front tire, but he just let that thing roll back.
But you'll see that a lot in turn 2. I mean, you know, you lose the nose.
Look at Stremme just come down.
Yeah,
there.
but Stremme did have he had a lot of racetrack there.
Casey was in 19th at the time.
I'm not sure Casey could have done a whole lot about that one.
No.
I got it. I don't got it.
Clear low behind 07 if you want it. 2 back to 2 by 2. Anything you need right now, all clear.
Wow.
That was a great angle. That really showed that the 12 car just took up.
The 99 Carl Edwards, 3rd in line, and the yellow car hasn't gone to victory lane since last November here in Florida, South Florida. He's been on a roll, though, 3 top 5s in the last 6 races. This car was so good in practice, he quit early.
But
there's a crash on the racetrack.
On the backstretch. Big problems going down towards turn number 3. A lot of cars involved. Rudiman is in that. Gilliland is in there. Boyer. You see the 43 of Sorensen, the 83 of Vickers. There's Rudiman. Dale Jr. caught up in it as well. Smoke just pouring out of the 88.
And this is, you know, we talk about this racetrack all the time. The big accidents at Daytona happen on
Sorensen in the 43.
Here they are in a straight line. I'm not even sure where this one starts. You see the 12 car.
Wow.
He gets tapped.
Yeah.
He gets into the back. It's like Casey gets in the back of him.
Yeah, and that's what happens with these cars sometimes. If you're not dead straight when you're hitting the guy in front of you bump drafting, you're going to turn them straight into the wall.
And you saw the 00 turn to the outside. Well, obviously he got hit in the back and turned the opposite way by somebody. Now look at that. You can see nothing. From where we were sitting right there, you could see from there, you could see nothing back all the way to turn 2.
Yeah, Casey definitely got into the 12, didn't he? Watch Rudiman in the 00 come around.
Yeah, well, at this point.
Right. Oh, man.
At this point, when you're behind something like that happened, all you can do is look straight, hold the steering wheel straight, get out of the gas, and hope you don't get run into or you run into somebody. There's not a whole lot you can do in this situation.
And the thing is, the accident started. Here's what happens with accidents at Daytona and places like this. You see these guys still piling into the wreck down here. There were almost 3 wrecks there. Okay, you had the first wreck, you had the 12 and the 9 get together. All right, then the 00 gets turned into the outside wall, starts another wreck. As those cars come out of the smoke on the other side, they continue to run into each other down in turn 3. That spread over about a mile and a half or a mile of the racetrack.
And what happened was when Casey was not squared up with the 12 when he hit him, the 12 was over just a little bit. It wasn't a flat square shot, and that's what turns the car to the right.
Inside the 6th door.
And watch Junior.
Clear.
He can't do nothing. He's holding it straight.
Come on, go high, go high, come on,
runs
come on,
into
come on,
something.
come on.
There's nothing you can do about it. Most of it's luck if you get through one of these wrecks.
And that's why Wally and I said earlier, there is no safe place in this pack. There is no safe place at the back. There is no safe place at the front.
Speaking of luck, watch this one.
Just gets it straight.
Just gets by. Now, Junior's right behind him, and it closes up. And that's how quick it closes up. It closes up within a car length.
I'll tell you another one who was lucky was David Reagan, because when Rudiman comes back across the center of the racetrack, Rudiman almost drills him right in the door. He just disappears.
It, Marty. I mean, if that's why he's choosing it, because he's too loose on the high side, then exactly. Especially on the restarts. Up, we got the 00 in the wall.
Oh, David
clear down, all the way down.
And he's been kind of having some issues. I saw him
coming on the outside there, outside, right front blue.
I saw him struggling when they went back to green.
But we saw that car. That car was torn all to pieces.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
It was
with going
good
back.
before that, though.
Yeah, but that's the problem with going back out on the racetrack. Not get a lap down, try to fix them. And like you said must have cut a right front tire. You see the car, it's humming along there. Everything looks good. He's turning down, coming down the racetrack. Boom. The fender comes up. He blows the right front tire because probably the tire's rubbing on something internally that you don't see from the outside.
Either that, or even if like you said, once you wreck one of these cars, it's never going to be perfect. It changes the handling and the way these tires are getting in the racetrack, so it just throws everything off, and you have a wear problem somewhere. That can happen as well.
Yeah. Bad break for him, good break for the 26 of Jamie McMurray.
Exactly.
26 car. Yeah, he just pitted, what, 3 or 4 laps ago?
Yeah.
Now, will he come down pit road because there's trash on the racetrack, or will he stay out? You know,
you heard the voice of Curtis Markham, former driver, now Denny Hamlin spotter, trying to do what he could do to see the right front tire, but obviously still going on.
Marty! Kurt Busch and David Reagan.
Oh, there goes the splitter.
I thought they were going to get together a little earlier. They almost had a big problem. They waited a little while longer, and then finally.
And I'll tell you what, I will be surprised if the 11's
now we might have some.
If the 11's right front isn't down to the cords.
Yeah, because he's hammered it this last time.
Yeah.
He has abused it. Up front, he's been able to just run his race.
Wow. No, it's just, man, you know, it's hard.
Kurt's had his handful.
Well, Kurt has been all over that car the last couple laps. But that's just, you know, you got 3 or 4 cars there. They're all moving around, you know, and I mean moving around. It's hard to explain how much these cars are moving. He's got 4 wide there. And David looks like he's trying to come up. He thought maybe he was clear.
Yeah.
So he kind of brought that one on himself a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say David. I think David thought he had a clear spot to get back up in front of Kurt and didn't realize it. But they're, like you said, they're 4 wide right there.
That's
you know what I mean? Here we've already had one big crash, and here these guys are running 4 wide down the middle of the backstretch. You think these guys don't drive hard every lap? But they're fighting for everything.
And as it gets closer to the end of the race, you'll see more. You're going to see more of this. You're going to see, it's not erratic, but you're just going to see these moves because everybody's trying to protect their real estate right now. You can't afford to get shuffled all the way to the back.
And Kurt had saved it prior to that.
Yeah.
I thought that's when they were going to get together. And then
Kurt's been sideways the last 2 or 3 laps. He's been, once he was in the middle, he's been sideways. And he was actually loose off the 2 right there, and he saved it.
and you see the flame shoot out of the two cars. He let off. As soon as he got into it, he let off. That's the flame coming out of that thing. And then you saw him jump back on.
And all you're trying to keep that guy behind it. You don't.
Oh,
here we
there
go.
it is. Scott Speed, AJ Allmendinger.
Still outside. Stay in the gas.
Scott Speed in the Red Bull number 82.
And you just get to this point of the race and you can just expect it because everybody is trying to protect their position. And if you look in the mirror, you see a guy has a run on you, you're going to turn in front of him and try to block it.
8th caution of the night. He was.
Yes.
Yeah. And, you know, they come up on him. He comes up the racetrack and runs right across the hood of Allmendinger's car. And that's it's just like Wally says. Early in the race, there's give and take. There's give and take. We're sitting here looking at 9 laps to go when they were coming by, 8 laps to go. There is no give. There's all take right here.
So the 44 had to check up a little bit. The 82 had a run. And he figured, you know what, I got enough run. I think I can clear him.
And the 26,
look at him sawing the wheel in there too, just being the victim, being trapped in the middle groove.
And go ahead. The 26 was coming too.
Yeah, 26 is coming and has no idea that the 82 is there. Has no idea that the closure rate is that fast, and when it closes, it's over with.
This is a great shot, I think. Watch how he misses a 44.
Stay low, stay low, stay low. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No caution yet. Keep digging. Keep your foot in it.
He's been very lucky at avoiding a lot of incidents tonight, Joey Logano. Yeah. He's gotten through some big flags.
31 at Burt Car.
Here they come, to the outside. Here comes Kyle Busch. He's got him, and Tony cuts off Hamlin.
Now what's Tony going to do?
You're clear.
And now the question is, Tony's got no help because these guys are running too wide behind him. Right. So now it's man on man right now.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna get wider here in a minute, I believe.
Here comes Johnson in behind Stewart. Is it enough? Hamlin's high side up there by himself in the 11. First lap led all night by Kyle Busch, and it's the money lap, and it might be all it takes.
It really
now, what does Johnson do to help Stewart?
Doesn't matter. Kyle Busch is going to hog all the racetrack, or he should. He's mirror driving right now.
Tony Stewart trying to get to the bottom.
He may get turned for mirror driving, but he's going to be mirror driving.
Oh, Stewart's trying to squeeze in there.
See that hand?
Shoving to the bottom.
See that hand? He just wanted to touch him, man. Just wanted to touch him.
Can't get him to the high side. Here he comes. No,
there he turns him. He turns him.
Busch in the wall. Here comes Stewart to the checkered flag. And another car gets in the backside. It's Casey Kane. And they're scattering everywhere as they come to the line.
Some of these guys hit hard, man.
And one of them was Kyle Busch.
They're still hitting hard. Man, that's an ugly finish. But incredible. Incredible.
But that was 100% mirror driving, and that's what you have. That's what Kyle Busch had to do.
That's what Kyle Busch had to mirror drive. Tony Stewart had to put the car there and stick the car where we saw this same thing at Talladega when the 09 car with Keselowski. He stuck his car in there, he drove it, he put it where it needed to be, and that's the way it was.
Look at the damage to his racetrack, even bigger. Watch this.
Okay, this is the pass that 18 makes on the 14th. Good clean pass. He had a little bit of help.
Wow, he got a great run right there. I don't know where that run come from. It's almost like Tony's car got out from under him or something, because it's almost like Tony checked up. That's incredible.
Okay, now at this point,
yeah,
Kyle Busch is just looking in the mirror, and he's got to take all the racetrack. He's got to hog it. 1 lap to go, and we've seen this a lot. See Hamlin out there kind of on the high side. And then you watch the 18's hands in 3 and 4. The 14 is all over the bumper of the 18.
And all he really wanted to do, it looked like when he got in between 3 and 4 here, if he could have just put his bumper to him just a little bit and got him loose and slid him up the racetrack. You see him right here. He drives right to that corner right here. When he makes that turn, boom, I want to be right on that 18's corner and force him up the racetrack right there.
Okay, now Kyle's hanging on, but he's going to block. Back, and it just ran himself over the 14 car.
And here's what happened. Just like we talked about at Talladega and everybody talked about, block me once, that's okay. Block me twice, you're going up in the grandstands or you're going in the wall. And that's what happened. The 18 made 2 swipes at him. One to the inside, one to the outside.
Yeah, this one's fair right here. This
one's not fair.
You kind of had it coming.
Yeah, he had that one coming. When you cut back across the hood of somebody after you've blocked him once, and Tony, once he blocked, Tony put the bumper on the outside of him. He was there.
Watch the night. I think it's a 9 car
gets
takes
right in the
hit.
back.
I mean, just clobbers Kyle Busch.
And these guys, there's a 31 car, but these guys hit hard right here.
Logano finally, his luck ran out.
But you see these guys coming across the racetrack. This is ugly down here. They're very fortunate nobody got hurt right there.
Trying to bump you. Stay on this yellow line. Chase them. Coming up high. There you go.
Pick the rear tires off the ground. Now watch this next hit.
Oh, man.
Wow. That's a 180-mile-per-hour shot right there.
Man, that was brutal.
Listen to it.
I think they lost the camera on that one.
Yeah, that's incredible.
For Tony Stewart, his 36th win in his 374th start. Oh, man, there goes our camera.
And we lost another camera right there,
Daytona fans got their money's worth.
That Stewart's crew,
straight away.
5 races. You're watching Wide Open coverage of the Coke 0400.
Just got to say hey to all the troops out there and everyone supporting us and sacrificing for us, and hope everybody has a happy Independence Day.
Carl Edwards takes home a 5th place finish tonight. Adam.
And Denny Hamlin in the top 5. Your teammate got bounced.
Stewart, I think once he sees all this, he shouldn't be beating himself up too much on this deal. I mean, like I said, you're looking at the checker flag at Daytona. All bets are off.
Yeah.
That's a hard hit by the 18 car because he hits with the left front and then drives the driver's side into the wall.
When he gets drilled by Kane right here.
And you know, we got the safer barrier, but I'm telling you that Hans device, those things are.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's a shot. So he got hit. He took a shot in the front, and then he took a shot from the back. I mean, and then he got one in the door.
Oh,
see,
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that's what I said. Is they were going on down. That's why I kept trying to follow the cars down. I'm like, they hit really hard past the start-finish line. Not only these cars, the 31 car. There were 2 or 3 cars that took some major licks going into turn 1 down there.
And the bad thing about this is he already has damage on the left side. That's what I hate, is seeing a car get hit twice in the same spot.
Ooh, the 9 car gets hit right dead in the door by the 31 car. You see him. Then the 20 car hits his 18 car right in the door.
I bet you that's the hardest shot he took.
Watch it from Joey Logano's view out the back.
Low, low, low. Go low, 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 low.
That's an ugly sound.
Kevin Harvick's view.
Look at the one. He just ducked to the pits.
Yeah. The only car without a scratch on it.
Back her down. Back her down. Just back it down.
After all of this, Kyle Busch has declined to comment on the finish of this one.
Watch this shot. Just look at where the driver is.
Oh, man.
That's incredible.
And then, just when you think, okay, all done, and then here comes Logano with, nowhere to go.
And Logano can't see. You see how bad this is. So it's not anybody's fault. It's like we talked about the accident. And you said something about Kyle Busch.